Ivan Medvedchenko is the best person in the world at setting a hook, most likely. He does not have the strongest hook in the world, but his ability to secure a hook is arguably the best in the world. No one has put me in a hook in 16 years. So I'm going to win.
After years of trying and failing again and again, on June 6th at East vs West 24, Michael Todd finally became the East vs West World Champion. In his post-match winning speech, Michael didn't make it about himself. He didn't make it about arm wrestling either. He talked about family. He talked about life. He mentioned how a couple of years ago, when he lost his mother, it was the toughest time of his life. His wife, Rebecca, found him with a gun in his hand a couple of times. Then later, a couple of ketamine treatments helped him get over that situation. It helped him relax a bit. In front of his home crowd, Michael didn't want to win on fouls. He wanted to look into the eyes of his fans and then pin Oleg Petrenko to become the world champion. I hated that he fouled out on some of the rounds. I loved round 3 when I transitioned to the press. That was some beautiful arm wrestling. It was beautiful arm wrestling indeed. Michael said that he wanted Levan Saginashvili in Arkansas for the super heavyweight world title, but still it is good that it's Levan that is putting the championship belt on his waist. Now Michael wants, and he has already got the match confirmed against Ivan Medvedchenko in Georgia for the 115 kg world title. Now I will discuss all of the highlights from this video with Michael Todd. Michael was happy that he finally captured the world title that he had been chasing for so long. The weight cut felt surprisingly easy. He felt surprisingly relaxed during the match while he was winning, while he was destroying Petrenko, and he was under no pressure at all despite competing in front of his home crowd. He credited his faith, his preparation and his hard work for this victory. He also praised Oleg Petrenko as a great champion and as a great sportsman. Immediately offered him a rematch. He's open to competing against Petrenko at 105 or even at 115 kilos if that is what Petrenko wants. And speaking about the Ivan Medvedchenko match, which is in less than 8 weeks time from now, Michael believes that Ivan, although he's the best hooker in the world, he cannot beat Michael because nobody has hooked Michael in 16 years time. It is literally impossible. That's why Michael confidently predicted his victory. He thinks he's going to be the double champ, one of the few double champs at East versus West. How many guys have more than one belt? I think it's Alijan Muratov. Devon had 2 belts in the past, and then that's about it. I can't remember the third name. Michael praised Devon Larratt for keeping him calm and focused during the match. He really liked his cornerman work. He calls Devon a Jedi mind trick cornerman. So it really helped Michael win the match. Not that he needed it, but it was welcome. Michael's current condition is the healthiest that it has ever been in many years. The blood work, the overall health, everything is excellent. Then Michael later recalled all of his matches, all of the important matches throughout his career. And the way he is able to reiterate all of that in just 5 minutes, he remembers all of that. It is simply awesome. He talked about winning major titles at Arm Wars, PAL, UAL, NAL, WAL, and finally at East versus West. We're not going to count King of the Table here because they didn't have any separate belts. So if you want to call Michael a King of the Table champion as well, you are free to do so. Michael talked about his 6-0 victory over Andrei Pushkar. That was one of the highlights of his life. He talked about the 2018 WL match that got him the most hate ever because he defeated Devon Larratt there under the rules that were acceptable at that time in the WL league. He mentioned how COVID was one of the hardest times of his life. COVID nearly killed him. Then he had severe nerve damage after that. Then he partially tore his bicep. Then he fully tore his bicep. Then after that, he had a major elbow surgery, removing multiple fractures, multiple parts of bones from his elbow. So that was not an easy time for Michael to go through. Losing his mother pushed him into a very dark place. Michael credited his wife Rebecca for helping him survive those difficult years. He believes that his mother from the heaven was watching him win the world title. and he's really proud of that. Michael's future plans are, first of all, celebrate with athletes and family, which he's already doing because we've seen Devon at his house, many other arm wrestlers at his house, having a fun time, partying and arm wrestling. But that isn't going to last for long because Michael immediately needs to start training again to prepare for the Ivan Matyushenko match. He's also considering returning to left-handed competition. He has had many great wins on the left arm in the past. He wants to return to a higher level once again. And finally, Michael's message was treat people better. Don't tear others down just to feel good about yourself. Focus on daily improvement and consistency. No matter how many setbacks occur, keep getting back up. And this is exactly what Michael Todd did. He lost multiple matches for the opportunity to get the title shot at the super heavyweight division, but he didn't quit until he finally won a world title. Arm wrestling is important, but family, faith, loved ones matter far more. The 105 and 115 kg categories, I think, are perfect for Michael. I genuinely think that instead of seeking revenge against guys like Hermes Gasparini or Vitaly Laletin, or even trying to get a Levan match, Michael should try to establish his dominance in light heavyweight and heavyweight divisions. At almost 53, it is going to be much more healthy for his body, and his bones and joints won't have to deal with the super heavyweight press anymore. But that doesn't mean that Michael shouldn't give it a shot against guys like Morozov or Alex Kurdecha. He was already supposed to face them. Since they are new opponents, I think Michael can and should try his luck against them. First, starting with Alex Kurdecha. If he wins against him, then maybe calling out Artem Morozov. And that will once again get him into the top 5 rankings of the world. And maybe revive his Levan Saginashvili dream once again. I know Michael is already ranked ahead of Alex, so naturally he would want to go for Morozov straight away, because he doesn't really gain anything from beating Alex Kurdecha at this moment. But I think it's just about checking the super heavyweight names off the list and establishing an even more solid presence with no doubts in that super heavyweight category. After that, why not have some rematches against Hermes and Devon in the 115 kg division? But before all of that, Michael has to obviously take care of Ivan Matyushenko. And currently, Ivan is the one who is holding the belt. Just like the Petrenko match, the Ivan match is also stylistically very good for Michael. He's supposed to win that one too. The result of that match will decide how big of a threat Michael Todd is in the 115 kg category. This week, Michael Todd is turning 53 and he will be the second oldest East versus West world champion after Todd Hutchings. And I don't think anybody is going to take this place away from him for quite some time now.